Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Hypermine Vanilla server. Here we are over at the witch farm perimeter. We've still got a lot of work to do, and this is just a reminder that we're not easily able to do the planning over in our creative testing world. Instead, we're using modded. So let's head on over to the HyperAntix server, and we'll see where we are as far as working towards that whole planning process. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to HyperAntix, and we're here in support of the Hypermine Vanilla server project going on. We've still got some work to do. Let's just turn around here. Oh, and nighttime is upon us. We can't sleep yet. It's not quite nighttime. And I've shown you a little bit of what's in my inventory, and that's fine. No problems there. All right. Can we sleep now? Yes, we can. Okay, so last time we were here, I would say last week, but I'm not sure quite how all the various episodes are going to be falling out in the schedule. The last time we were here, we worked on storage and auto crafting. So we've got a pretty good setup going right now. I mean, it could fill up pretty quickly, I guess, depending on how much stuff is coming in. But I think we've got a pretty good lineup of drives right now here. So we got 8 drives. This one's almost full. This one's kind of half full or half empty, depending on how you look at it, I guess. And then we've got a lot of items here in our storage drawer network, and we're using this to handle kind of the bulk storage. So this is going to be a lot of different types of blocks, not tons of them. I mean, there's a few things here and there. If I was to cut out the network right here, we could see there's really not that many things that would qualify for bulk storage. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're working towards being able to clear out a perimeter around that witch hut that we found. It's about 1,600 meters away. And to be able to do that, we're going to get a lot of ores, and we're going to have our quarry going. So we're going to have a lot of ores coming in. So we probably need to automatically process that. So we're going to be working on ore processing today. Let me just show you. I pulled down the quarry. We had the ore, what is it? The ore miner? Yeah, the ore miner was over there in that corner. Resource miner was in this corner. I've pulled both of them down because we're working towards the tier 4. And with the ore miner, this is what we ended up with. That one, that one, that one, and that one. I did have it full, but I've pulled mainly the redstone out so I could get more silicon to do all of the stuff that you need for refined storage. Lots of silicon used for that. So yeah, we've got a lot of ore processing ahead of us. So this is going to be a multifaceted approach here. We've got items that need to be crushed and ground. We've got items that need to be fortuned. We've got items that you could kind of do both. You know, okay, for example, the redstone, probably should grind that down because you can get some silicon out of that and you get tons of redstone out of it. Maybe not as much as with a fortune type setup, but who knows. Anyway, let's stop jibber jabbering. Over here is going to be the ore processing section. We've got our Tinker's Smeltery here. Been using that really to set up some new tools. Let's see, I added a manual pickaxe that had silk touch. Why did I have that? Oh, I was playing with ender chests, and I don't like the ender chests in here. It's in the Ender Things mod. I don't like it. So we've just gone with the dimensional transceivers, and we're sending items through there, and that's fine. No problem. Okay, so next order of business. I also had to set this up. I moved it away from the beach area over there, which used to be our kind of temporary base on the island here. And I had to move this over here because there are items in these crafting benches, crafting station, yeah, that needed a smeltery. So let's go through this one by one. I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing for part of our ore processing. So first things first, let me bring this up. We're going to be using a mod called TinkerIO. Okay, I think, yeah, it'll come up like that. We're going to be using the ore crusher. Okay, this thing is really interesting. It won't bring up the using or the recipe thing. It's still, I guess it's kind of in early development. We've got an early version of it. But let's just take a look at, for example, say, what's one that I really need? I'm going to need, how about cobalt? I really like cobalt. Let's take cobalt ore and see what happens when we go through using. Okay, ore crusher. If we set up this ore crusher and we supply it with 45 RF a tick, and we put a couple of Fortune 3 books in, plus this Fortune upgrade and a speed upgrade, we're going to get 3 crushed ore cobalt. And now we can feed that crushed ore into the smeltery and then have the smeltery automatically creating the ingots and blocks and all of that fun stuff. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to use the ore crusher to handle most of our ore processing. So let's go one by one. I'll show you these recipes. Right here, we're going to do 2 ore crushers because we're probably going to have a decent amount of material coming in. So we'll just get that. And then that means we need 2 of everything. So including this base upgrade. And that base upgrade is going to go into here. That gives us a couple of speed upgrades. Is that right? Speed upgrade. Let's see about this fortune upgrade. I may have this incorrect. Let's take a look here. We've got to fill all of this in all the way down. So I'm going to need another base upgrade. We only need 1 speed upgrade. That's right. Okay, how about here? So we get a slot upgrade 1. We need 1 more of those. Let's go back over here to our crafting. I was not fully prepared for this. I'm sorry. Let's just go over here real quick. We'll get this base upgrade. See if we can grab one of those. Excellent. All right, and then from here on out, we should be able to get all the way through. Base upgrade? No, not there. You go here. Excellent. Okay. This stuff we don't need anymore. Okay. And then we just fill this in and this in. And night slime ingot, that takes a decent amount of effort to get through. Let's just show this. Some of you may be familiar with this one. I was not until I got into this particular need right here. Let's take a look. You need molten iron, liquid purple slime, and seared stone. So you got to get all that. I was lucky in that there was a liquid purple slime island close to the base. I've since torn that down, but I collected everything from it, including the slime blocks that were there. But yeah, so we got night slime, so that's fine. Let's go here. We've got the slot upgrade 4, and what are we missing? Diamonds. I didn't get enough diamonds. We can put this, and this. Okay. And we'll get 4 diamonds out. And we'll finish that little recipe up, and then we move on to the next one. Hopefully. There we go. Okay. Next order of business. We need to put this here, and then let's take a look. We need this. What a beautiful block, right? We need 2 of those. That's still not enough. And let's take a look at the recipe for what a beautiful block. It needs another star. That means we got to kill 4 withers just for this block. And I need to get some more glowstone out of here. Okay. So what we should probably do, let's do this all the way around. We need to go get 4 nether stars. That's why I've got all of those, that soul sand and various stuff in my inventory. And I've already prepared a place. Let's come over here. Oh, slow. Okay. So over here, I've prepared an easy wither killing area. And there we go. The way this works, you've probably seen this before. You may have seen it in vanilla, where you find that special spot in the nether ceiling and then shove one of these guys up into that. it's a little bit easier in modded because you can craft this yourself. Okay. With lag, it's a little bit disconcerting. And it's also rather loud. Nobody else is on the server with me. Yep, it's been kind of lonely over here. And now we just take them out. So we've got to do this 4 times. I'm going to take care of all that, and I'll meet you back over in the base. All right. And we are back, and depending on what I showed you, somehow I managed to get withered in that. Didn't wither away, it's just really strange. That setup should have been fine. Maybe it had to do with the lag, who knows. But anyway, we've got our 2 fortune upgrades. Yes, okay. There we go. So now let's take a look at how this is going to work out. Do I have... I should have an axe somewhere in here. Let's do that. Axe. Broken pickaxe? No. Hatchet. Yeah. Yeah, so I've made a hatchet. And we can get rid of all of that. Okay. Now, I just want to play around with this a little bit. Okay, we're not going to do the full setup. Let's just see what this can do. Okay, so let's go in here. How many of these can we put in? Okay, 1. All right, and then what if we were to do... we need a book. So we need a couple of books, actually. We have fortune. No fortune, but we got a couple books there. And let's see what recipes we have available here. Let's go in here. Fortune is going to take... what does that one take? Depth Strider, okay. That's sharpness. Maybe an emerald? Okay. There we go. So emerald. What? Okay, so let's see. We'll grab some of that, and we'll grab some emeralds, and we'll see what we can get out of that. Do we need an actual... Oh, we need a written book. Oh, man. Let me go get all of the materials together for this, and I'll be back in a bit. All right, we're back. I am going to grab some XP as well. We've still got tons of XP from that one glitch early on in the server. I'm not going to be hurting for that anytime soon. It's probably shouldn't be using that, but you know what? It's available. So we're going to do that. Do 3 of those, and I can get Fortune 3, the cost of 27 levels. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that, like so, and we'll just keep doing this. I got to get 6 of them. No, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking. I don't need 6 of them. I need 4, so I need 1 for each of those. All right, now... Notice this. We should be able to get 100% triplicate, okay? And maybe let's get a dimensional transceiver just to play around with this. Grab that. And what should we send into there? How about... One of the ones I was really interested in was dilithium. So let's take a look at what this has to offer. We'll put a dimensional transceiver onto the back here. And it should be soap. No, not soap items. We need soap mains. It's receiving that. We got okay, 100,000 RF. This is what it stores. Excellent. Okay, so not quite the speediest thing. Maybe we can put more speed upgrades in there. That doesn't seem to go any faster. How about that? Let's see what that does. I'm not noticing a speed difference. Do you? I don't. But there we can see the full-on recipes. Okay, 26 pages. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so we'll probably be sending most of this stuff into, most of this crushable stuff. Most people tend to go with EnderIO, right? I want to try something different. We saw this thing in here, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And then next, what we need to do is figure out how to get this into here. Okay, this is the way it goes. Let's see what happens as a result. 864 millibuckets. What if we were to grab an ingot cast? Nope, that's not going to do it. Pure metal dilithium ore. Let's see what we got to do with that. Crystal dilithium dust. Well, how do we get that? Okay, you can hit it with an engineer's hammer, smelt down, furnace, alloy smelter gets 1. Small plate presser. I don't know what mod that's from. Cow and a... No. And an ingot cast. Oh, with smart output. Oh, that's a whole different machine. Okay, well, I've got to go back to the drawing board. Let me figure out this smart output machine. And then there's another way of getting all of those items that get crushed into the smeltery. We got to automate all that. So I'll bring you back once we've got some more of those machines crafted up. Okay? And we are back. I've done a little bit of reading. We've got a few more of these. So I've gone with an additional 1 of these ore crushers. I've done the full setup too with the fortune upgrade. And I did some testing. And I found that those 2 and 4 speed upgrades that I was showing you earlier, that's not going to cut it. You have to really ramp it up. So I made 64 and we've got 64 in each of these. So it's all well and good, but I realized while I was doing that researching that we've got, based on the number of ores that are available, we've got 4 different sets of machines we're going to need. So we're going to use Tinker.io as much as possible because it's got the chance of tripling the ores, okay? And then we've got the fortunables, so we're going to use something from refined storage. And then redstone, the redstone ore, you've seen me doing that already, running it through a sag mill, but there's a few other things we're going to run through a sag mill. So that comes from EnderIO. I think you've seen me put together one of those already. Who knows? I can't remember. And then we're going to use the crusher from ExtraUtilities for some more of this stuff. Now, we've currently got, what is this called? Pure metal of dilithium ore variety in the smeltery, and we need to get that out of there. So eventually this smeltery is just going to be for ore processing, which means I'll probably have another smaller smeltery over in that section for the standard tinker stuff, like messing with these tools and making new tools and whatnot, rather than trying to make this one smeltery do all of it. So we're going to have to get the crushed items out of here into the smeltery, and that means I'm going to have to move the controller to over here somewhere so that all these items can leave. But I've currently got some stuff in there, and the only way to get that out is through a machine called Smart Output. So I've got that recipe here for you. We've got Smart Output. We're going to grab that, and then we've got a couple more things here. We're going to get a redstone upgrade so that we can try and control the smart output, but we may not end up needing it. And then we're also going to need a fuel input machine, and that's going to let us control the smeltery temperature a little bit. We may be able to get by without as much lava. Who knows? We'll watch the lava consumption. If we have to come up with some sort of pump, we'll go put that into, say, the nether or something like that. And we'll come up with something for that, but shouldn't be a problem. We need to put the smart output into, we're going to grab an ingot cast. We're going to put this into the smeltery somewhere. And then I'm going to grab a slot upgrade. Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's see if I can just put it right here. Okay. And no, it doesn't like that. If we put that back on, okay, that, what if we just did like so? No. Smart output. How about here? Let's try almost as if it's another drain. No, it doesn't like that. So we're not forming the multi-block. And I was not really expecting this to be a thing right now. I am going to have to go take a look at the mod documentation once more. So let me jump off camera real quick. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, we're back. And I took a look at this thing. It says it's meant to be, or to replace the casting table and the casting basin, which means it should go beneath a spigot. So let's see about that. Let's put in the redstone signal and the slot upgrade, and we'll put that in. Okay, you have to click the thing. And then where does it go? Oh, it goes back into the refined storage system because I've already got that hooked up. Let's take a look. What was in there? Dilithium? Yes. Okay, so it goes directly into dilithium dust. Okay. So how are we supposed to... Yeah, so I can't quite figure this out. We're supposed to be able to... Let's see. Let's grab... We'll grab some more of the dilithium. We'll just take that. And you'll get to see how quickly this processes. We'll do 5, okay? See, that's a lot faster than it was earlier in the episode. It's going really quickly. And then we put this into here. And that's going pretty quick as well. Very quick indeed. And I would figure that the smart output should be doing something. And it's not showing anything in the tank. Yeah, so it's not working the way that I figured it would work. This still requires me to right click on here. So we might have to come up with some other system by which we check if there are items or if there is stuff in here and then send it in. All right, well, I am wasting too much time on that right now. We've got other stuff to take a look at. Let's get these machines set up, and then I'll go off camera and rearrange everything. But we need to get... I'm going to try something for the fortunables, okay? We're going to use the block placer from Cyclic. We're also going to use the destructor and the constructor. And then if we go over here with the destructor, we're going to need a fortune upgrade. Nighttime is upon us? No, not quite. And we'll go over here. Let's see if that gives us our fortune upgrade. Yep, and it's going to go into the refined storage system. Let's just grab that real quick. And I want to show you a couple of options here. Now we can sleep? Yes, okay. Don't worry, we will come back to the Tinker's IO, but I'm going to go off camera while I'm trying to figure that out, and then I'll bring you back and explain what I figure out. All right, so what I want to do, I want to grab, not Firestone ore. I've been trying to figure out what to do with that. Even asked on our Discord, but I don't, Firestone ore is not behaving the way I think it should behave. So I don't know what's up with that. And then one more, I've got another thing here. We're going to use the ExtraUtils crusher. Yep, there we go. And that is going to be used for rutile ore, actually. So some of the stuff we're going to need if we get into advanced rocketry. But mostly I want to use the best possible setup for most of these ores. So that's why we're going with what's going to end up being a bit of a convoluted setup here. What do we want to do? Let me see. What if we grabbed an exporter, and then we're going to take, let's grab about half a stack of apatite ore, and watch this. Okay, let's come to right. We'll come right here. Okay, and then no, that's not quite what we need. We need to go somewhere close to our system right here. Okay, yeah. So we'll have like that, and then we'll put let's see, put a piece of coal right there, and then we'll put the destructor on it like so. And this is just a test, okay? So and then we'll run some cable. I did bring some cable. Excellent. We'll do that. Okay, so that took the coal into the system. Let's make sure we put a fortune upgrade in there. Okay, and then we're going to put a little bit of coal in here, and we'll say always on. Okay, that's all well and good, but notice how slow that is, right? Every so often it's going to put out one of these blocks, but there's a cooldown, and that's too slow. That is way too slow. And there's, I don't know. I was going to try something a little different. I was hoping for an easier setup there, or at least a simpler setup, because let me show you how the constructor works. I'm going to place that right there. Okay. The constructor functions kind of like a built-in, or it functions almost like an exporter as well as an importer. Okay, so we'll do that, and we don't need that one. Okay, I'm going to put coal right there. All right, and then what we're going to do is put coal into the system, and we'll get some speed upgrades. We'll get 3 each. Let's put this coal into, actually, you know what? Let's put the apatite into the system, and we'll make this thing export apatite. Okay, we'll put 3 in here, 3 speed upgrades and 3 speed upgrades, and we'll see how quickly this responds. Okay. Okay, so the placement is a little bit quicker than the destruction. So that's cool. Okay, so that went through all of it. So it's going to be a lot simpler to just do this line of constructors, but that means we have to have a destructor for every one of them. So, and then for this constructor, yeah, it's going to be 1 constructor per ore. So everything that can be fortuned has to have its own constructor. So I don't know where we're going to have room to set that up here, but I guess if we move this over to there, we should be fine to come up with another, with our tool maintenance area right here. We should be fine. But anyway, I've got all of the machines we're going to need. So I'm going to go off camera. We're going to get all, well, I still got to figure out how to automatically make this thing work. Okay. And then I'm going to get this whole thing wired up. And that way, we'll have all the different ores processing from what we see in here. Okay. So I'm going to go off camera. I'll be back once we've got all of the ore processing finally wired together, and I'll explain what we've got.